A good knife is one of the most important purchases that any prepper will make for their survival kit. The knife is one of the most versatile and elemental of tools, and will be used for all kinds of tasks in all kinds of situations. But most of us have much more to buy than just a knife, and with knife prices running the gamut from $20 or less to well north of several $100s, it is difficult to choose based on your priorities. Shelling out entirely too much on a bespoke knife when a more plebeian example could do everything you need it to do is wasteful from a practical perspective. In the rest of this article, we will be sharing with you a few considerations to keep in mind the next time you are shopping for your go-to knife. You usually get what you pay for. As with most things, you usually get what you pay for when it comes to knives, at least up to a certain price point. Contrary to the assertions of the penny miser, there is a price point at which real quality becomes impossible. You can buy too cheaply any type of tool, and find that your new tool is completely inadequate for the purpose that you bought it for the first place. If that purpose is help you survive a nasty situation, your disappointment might prove fatal. While it is true that you can simply save your money until you can afford a tool of adequate quality, depending upon your income, expenses, family situation, and more, you might find it difficult to justify the purchase of an expensive emergency tool that you will hopefully never need. Hopefully, after considering the factors below, you will be in a better position to assess your own completely unique needs and purchase according. The durability of any tool, but especially a tool that is to be used in extremis, is of paramount importance. Your outcome, good or bad, might depend on the ability of your tool to withstand harsh use, even abuse, and keep on working. For a survival knife, this might entail processing wood via batoning, or even standing up to repeated impacts from misses when it is lashed to a branch to be wielded as a spear. It is worth considering that more expensive knives made from high-performance steels and crafted by manufacturers who possess a reputation for meticulous quality and inspection is likely going to assure a higher degree of durability than a cheaper lookalike you found at the flea market or truck stop. We will not delve into the deep and complex world of knife steels, grinds, and bevels in this article because all of those topics could take up several articles all by themselves. But it is worth identifying upfront what performance characteristics you need from your knife. Some steels will take a shaving quality edge, while others are better at keeping a less sharp edge for a long time. Some steels combined with certain grinds can do both, but they are typically extremely expensive. Certain steels are highly resistant to corrosion, reducing or even entirely eliminating worry over rust and degradation in a field situation, where others will require more or less constant care, especially in bad weather. But before you spend too much on a designer brand knife or even a one-off bespoke blade made just for you by a skilled craftsman, ask what is a knife. It's not a trick question. A knife is sublime simplicity that you can hold in your hand, being nothing more than a piece of steel with a sharpened edge and usually a point, and featuring a handle or you can safely and securely grip. That's it. To say that a modern cheapy knife somehow cannot perform the traditional tasks required of a knife, even perhaps do so with flying colors, is totally dishonest. A knife might lack refinement, might not have been designed by a high-profile celebrity maker, or be badged with the latest and greatest manufacturer beloved of the Instagram cohort, or even be made from the right steel. But it could do the job and do it well for you. It stands to reason that any tool you're going to put to use could eventually be broken, lost, or stolen. Knives of all kinds, but especially pocket knives, are especially vulnerable to loss and theft. That's just the way it is. If you are of the mindset that any tool you have is part of a system, you have to assess the replacement cost of the knife in order to get your system running again. This is far beyond a mere emotional matter for most people. Purchasing a $300 knife is one thing, losing it or breaking it is another, as is facing having to pony up another $300 in order to replace it with an identical item. Compare and contrast the same situation with the loss of a $40, $50, or even $100 knife. For the vast majority of us, any of those are much easier pill to swallow. Even if it is a bitter one, losing an heirloom quality or one-of-a-kind knife is going to be heartbreaking and expensive if you want another one. We are almost wrapping up. These are the common differences between these two. Hope you like this video. Please comment, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos.